Early one morning, a delivery truck pulls into the loading dock behind a grocery store. Workers begin moving pallets through the back doors, scanning boxes and stacking shipments in neat rows. At first glance, everything appears normal. The shelves inside the store still look full. Shoppers walk the aisles the same way they always do. Carts roll quietly across the floor. Nothing about the scene suggests disruption. But something small has already changed. One shipment that should have arrived yesterday is missing. A container ship was delayed at a port thousands of miles away. Another truck scheduled for delivery has not yet left a distribution center because fuel shipments slowed across several routes. No alarms, no dramatic announcements, just small delays moving quietly through a system that usually runs with precise timing. And for the first few days, most people notice nothing unusual. The shelves still carry plenty of products. A few items may be slightly harder to find, but the store remains open and stocked. Prices might climb a little, though many shoppers barely notice. Then the third week arrives. The change becomes easier to see. A section of rice that once held dozens of bags now holds only a few. Cooking oil disappears from the center aisle. Pasta shelves look thinner each time someone passes by. Nothing catastrophic, but the pattern is unmistakable. This kind of shift has happened many times before. History shows that supply disruptions rarely remove everything at once. Instead, they affect certain categories first. Basic staples tend to tighten before specialty products. Familiar foods begin to vanish, while other shelves still appear untouched. The households that stay calm plan differently. They recognize that disruptions follow patterns. They understand that preparation is not about reacting after the shelves empty. It is about recognizing the kinds of foods that remain stable long after most groceries rotate out. Most households prepare for comfort, not duration. That difference becomes important when disruptions extend beyond a few days. Many people assume emergency preparation means buying foods designed specifically for survival situations. Freeze-dried meals, packaged survival kits, expensive buckets designed to last decades. Those items have a place in some households, but they are not the foundation of long-term food stability. The real foundation is far simpler. The most dependable foods during long disruptions are often the same foods that have quietly supported human diets for centuries. Ordinary staples, ingredients found in nearly every grocery store. Foods that store well, cook easily, and provide reliable nutrition. But to understand why these foods matter, it helps to understand the difference between short-term stocking and long-duration planning. Short disruptions usually last days. A storm blocks deliveries. A highway closes. A temporary shortage hits a warehouse. In those situations, households often rely on comfort foods. Snacks, frozen meals, and ready-to-eat products carry them through until the next shipment arrives. Longer disruptions work differently. When shipping slows for weeks rather than days, the problem shifts from convenience to stability. The foods that spoil quickly disappear first. Items that require refrigeration become unreliable. Many packaged foods rotate out of stores faster than they can be replaced. That is when duration-grade foods become valuable. A duration-grade food has several traits working in its favor. It stores well for long periods. It delivers meaningful calories or nutrition. It can be prepared with simple equipment. And it remains useful months or years after it is purchased. This is where many people make mistakes in their planning. They focus on taste, brand preference, or packaging style. They think about the foods they enjoy today rather than the foods that remain reliable tomorrow. But long-duration planning follows a different logic. The most reliable foods share a small number of practical characteristics. They resist spoilage. They provide strong nutritional value. They are simple to store, and they remain available in normal grocery stores so they can be rotated naturally. There is another insight that often surprises people. Most foods do not expire because time passes. They expire because something damages them. Moisture causes mold. Heat accelerates chemical breakdown. Oxygen allows oxidation. Light slowly degrades nutrients. When those four threats are controlled, certain foods can remain stable far longer than most people expect. This is why storage methods matter just as much as the foods themselves. Containers that limit oxygen, environments that stay cool, and shelves that stay dry can extend food life dramatically. Once that framework becomes clear, a small group of foods begins to stand out. Across different cultures and different historical periods, the same staples appear again and again in long-term storage planning. Based on that framework, there are 12 foods that consistently appear in duration-focused preparedness plans. They are not rare products. They are not complicated to find. They are simple grocery staples that, when stored correctly, can remain usable for decades. The first of these is white rice. Rice has supported civilizations for thousands of years because it provides dense calories in a compact form. A single bag can store easily in a pantry, and it can be cooked with minimal ingredients. Rice also pairs with nearly any other food, which makes it extremely versatile. When sealed in airtight containers and kept dry, white rice can remain stable for many years. This makes it one of the most reliable foundations for long-term storage. Rice also cooks efficiently, meaning it requires relatively little fuel compared to some other grains. The second food is dried beans. Beans provide something rice alone cannot deliver: protein. They are also extremely durable when stored correctly. Dried beans can remain usable for many years if protected from moisture and excessive heat. Another advantage of beans is their nutritional density. They provide fiber, minerals, and sustained energy. When combined with grains like rice, they create a balanced and satisfying meal. The third food worth storing is pasta. Pasta offers compact calories and extremely simple preparation. It is inexpensive, widely available, and easy to store. In dry conditions, pasta can remain stable for very long periods. Because pasta cooks quickly and pairs well with many ingredients, it becomes a practical staple when food variety is limited. The fourth staple is rolled oats. Oats cook faster than many grains and require relatively little fuel. They can serve as breakfast, baking ingredients, or thickening agents in soups and stews. Oats also store well when kept dry and sealed from oxygen. These four foods form the calorie foundation of many long-term food plans. They deliver large amounts of energy in compact storage space while remaining easy to prepare. But calories alone are not enough. A functioning kitchen also depends on a second category of foods: foundational ingredients. The fifth food is salt. Salt has one of the longest storage lives of any food product. When kept dry, it can remain usable indefinitely. Salt also plays an essential role in flavor, nutrition balance, and food preservation. Historically, salt has been used to preserve meats and vegetables. Even today, it remains a critical ingredient in many cooking methods. The sixth food is sugar. Sugar provides quick energy and plays a central role in baking and preservation. Like salt, sugar can store for extremely long periods when protected from moisture. It also supports comfort foods that help maintain morale during long disruptions. The seventh food is honey. Honey has a remarkable natural property. It contains antibacterial compounds and extremely low moisture content. Archaeologists have discovered jars of honey thousands of years old that remained edible. When stored properly, honey can remain usable indefinitely. The eighth food is vinegar. Vinegar's acidity gives it a very long shelf life. It also serves multiple roles in cooking and preservation. Vinegar can be used in pickling, flavoring, and simple food preparation methods that extend the life of other ingredients. These four ingredients create the foundation of a functioning kitchen. They allow simple staples to become full meals and support basic food preservation methods. The final group of foods focuses on nutrition balance and cooking versatility. The ninth food is dried lentils. Lentils cook faster than many other legumes and provide a strong source of protein. They also store well in sealed containers and remain versatile in soups, stews, and grain dishes. The 10th food is powdered milk. Powdered milk offers nutritional balance, especially when fresh dairy is unavailable. It supports baking, cooking, and simple meals. Powdered milk also stores well in sealed containers and can remain usable for years. The 11th food is cornmeal. Cornmeal provides another stable grain option that can be used in breads, porridges, and cooking bases. When kept dry and sealed, cornmeal can last for long periods while adding variety to stored foods. The 12th food is dehydrated potatoes. Dehydrated potatoes are lightweight, compact, and easy to prepare. They cook quickly and provide familiar comfort food that helps maintain morale during long disruptions. Together, these 12 foods create a strong foundation for long-duration storage. But simply collecting large amounts of food is not the goal. One of the most common mistakes households make is improper storage. Food can last decades under the right conditions, but poor storage can ruin it in months. Heat is one of the biggest threats. Warm environments accelerate spoilage and degrade nutrients. Moisture introduces mold and bacteria. Oxygen allows oxidation to damage food. Light slowly breaks down vitamins. Fortunately, the solutions are simple. Mylar bags combined with oxygen absorbers remove most of the oxygen that causes spoilage. Food-grade buckets protect against pests and light. Cool storage areas slow chemical breakdown. These simple steps dramatically extend food life. Another useful concept when evaluating food storage is cost per calorie. Many households focus on the price of an item without considering the energy it provides. But during long disruptions, the relationship between cost and calories becomes important. Staples like rice, beans, oats, sauce, and cornmeal deliver large amounts of calories for relatively low cost. Expensive survival kits often provide convenience, but they may deliver fewer calories per dollar than simple grocery staples. Fuel efficiency also matters. Foods that cook quickly reduce the amount of fuel required for preparation. Oats, lentils, and dehydrated potatoes cook faster than many other foods. That efficiency becomes valuable when energy sources are limited. Balance is equally important. A strong pantry does not rely on one category of food. It includes grains, proteins, cooking ingredients, and comfort foods. This balance helps maintain nutrition and morale during long disruptions. As disruptions extend beyond a few days, households begin adjusting routines. Grocery trips become less predictable. Some products disappear while others remain available. But households that planned ahead often notice something different. Their kitchens continue functioning normally. Meals still appear on the table. Staples remain available. The daily routine continues without much stress. This calmness creates a powerful psychological advantage. Prepared households avoid panic buying. They avoid sudden price spikes. They avoid the anxiety that often appears when store shelves change unexpectedly. Instead, they rely on the stability already sitting in their pantry. Many experienced planners follow a simple mindset: the 90-day pantry. The goal is not to predict how long disruptions might last. The goal is to maintain enough stability that short-term shortages do not disrupt daily life. Preparation is not panic, it is positioning. When staple foods already exist in the home, and disruptions become inconveniences rather than emergencies. Before finishing, it is always interesting to hear how different households prepare. What is one survival food you already keep stored at home? Different families develop different habits, but many successful pantries share the same basic foundation: simple staples, balanced ingredients, and foods that remain stable for long periods. Preparation does not require extreme measures. It simply requires understanding patterns and making thoughtful choices about what belongs on the shelf. Because in the end, preparation removes uncertainty.